Hi guys, how you guys doing? Um, I want to do like a random rant. I don't have it right now. It's a bed rant, but I'm just gonna have it free form. I don't have any particular one thought on my mind. I just want to do just rant all over the place kind of thing. If that's okay. Um, to start with, there's gonna be a lot of tangential subjects here, probably. Um, start with about the subject of uh, Christianity versus Satanism. You can derive that Satanism is logical from both directions. First of all, if you accept that Satan did nothing but tempt, he never did anything. It's always the person being tempted that did anything. Satan just tempted people. God's the punisher. God's the bad guy. God's the asshole. Ergo, worship Satan, which leads to the commandment of Satanism, which is do what thou wilt, which is the only commandment that leaves you free. Every other commandment is do this or else. So you can derive Satanism is logical from starting with just the theory of Satan and coming to the point where that gives you power and freedom, i.e., do what thou wilt. That's the only command that gives you the power. You can do it the opposite direction and say, what is the best religion? It's the religion that says, let me do what I feel is right and what I want. So starting with that, you can say the only religion that does that is Satanism, and then you have Satanism. It's the only logical religion if there is a God. If there's not a God, then there's no religion, and that's fine too. Atheism and Satanism are the only logical religions. There's that. I think, no, okay. Anyway, tangential subject, scales and in music. As you play more, you learn your scales better, and you learn which ones you like and don't like, and you learn why you don't like the ones you like, or why you don't like the ones you like and why you like the ones you like. And I'd like to discuss that a little bit. For diatonic scales, there's 4 possibilities. There's major scale, harmonic minor scale, melodic minor scale, and harmonic major scale. Now, in the mathematical strict possibility realm, they all have equal weight in a sense because they're all logical possibilities. But in the musical sound realm, 2 happen to sound really good and 2 happen to sound kind of bad. And that does matter in music, not just the mathematical permutations available, but whether or not they sound good and which ones sound good and which ones don't. I believe the 2 that sound good are the harmonic minor scale and the major scale. I'm going to go on a little bit about that in a second. I think the 2 that don't sound good are the melodic minor scale and the harmonic major scale. They just don't sound good. I've tried for special effect, maybe here or there. If you want an Iranian sound or a Middle Eastern sound, try melodic minor. If you want a spacey kind of jazzy fusion, Alan Holdsworth type sound, maybe try harmonic major. But they don't really sound good. They don't really sound good on their own, given time enough to flesh out and see what they really sound like. But the major scale and the harmonic minor scale both sound really good. They stand the test of time and practice, usage. You can use them and they sound good. The other 2, the melodic minor and the harmonic major, they don't really sound good. I'd like to talk about the math of why that might be. Just for fun. First of all the scales I just mentioned all have a major dominant chord. So the dominant is always major, ergo the 7th is always a major 7th. Major scale has a major 7th. Harmonic minor scale has a major 7th. Melodic minor scale has a major 7th, and harmonic major scale has a major 7th. So get that straight. They all have a 2, 4, major 2nd, perfect 4th, perfect 5th, root, and major 7th. That's 5 notes that are fixed on all of them. The only 2 that vary and that I didn't mention are the 3rd and the 6th. That's the only variances. So major scale has a major 3rd and a major 6th. So the 3rd and the 6th are the same in that they're the same type when they're both major. Major 3rd, major 6th, that gives you a major scale. Harmonic minor has a minor third and a minor sixth. They're also the same because they're both minor, and that gives you a harmonic minor scale, which is a minor third and a minor sixth, along with the other 5 notes. The other two that don't sound good don't have the same quality for the third and the sixth. They flip it back and forth. They flip each one. So melodic minor has a minor third and a major sixth. Doesn't sound good. And air note, the third and the sixth are not the same. The third is minor, the sixth is major. And that makes a melodic minor scale, which does not sound good. And then note the other one, harmonic major has the opposite. It has a major third and a minor sixth, and that doesn't sound good. And note that the third and the sixth are opposite quality, as like they were with the melodic minor, only reversed from each one. So melodic minor has minor third, major sixth. Harmonic major has major third, minor sixth, and both those don't sound good. What sounds good is if the third and the sixth are the same quality. So such as major third, major sixth gives you a major scale, which sounds good. Minor third, minor sixth gives you a harmonic minor scale, which sounds good. So I don't know if there's a reason for that, or if that theory, that's the best theory I can think of as to why, or what the difference is between the 2 of the 4 possible ways that sound good and the 2 of the 4 possible ways that don't sound good. Nature or music or law or math seems to want the same quality of third as there's a sixth. And if you make them opposite, it doesn't sound as good. So to recap, a major third, major sixth makes a major scale, sounds good. Minor third, minor sixth makes a harmonic minor scale, sounds good. Harmonic major is major third, minor sixth, does not sound good. Melodic minor is minor third, major sixth, does not sound good. So that's the little rant about scales that I can think of. Now, anything else? Just going to talk about, just chat. Thanks for hanging on with me as I add rhythm to my soloing. You guys get that? It started with Van Walen, where I thought, what would Eddie do? Eddie always had a groove with his solos, not just his rhythm playing. That's great, but he grooved when he played his solos. He always had a swing to it, dun, 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 and that's important. And when I did Van Walen, I did all Van Halen beat in that whole thing, and it was just all kind of a Van Halen swing beat. And I did that the first day I thought of that idea, so it was only in my short-term memory at the time. For me, when I think of something, the day I think of something, it's only in my short-term memory. Then when I go to sleep and wake up, if I remember it, that puts it in the long-term memory. So the only one that was in the short-term memory was the one I did the day I thought of that, which was Van Walen. Then I went to sleep, got up, remembered it, and that went to long-term memory. And I've done the other 2 I've done since then, 2 or 3. And I play with it now. I don't see. Thing is I've added rhythm to my soloing, but it doesn't always have to be the Van Halen rhythm. It can be maybe a more strictly dirge rhythm, marching 4/4, like classical beat, or again the Van Halen swing type beat he had. It doesn't have to be Van Halen, but it's good that I added rhythm to my soloing at all, so that I can change it up and have rhythm in my soloing. It puts a third dimension that wasn't there before. It was all notes, and the rhythm was either non-existent or static or all the same all the time. And it was, I can't listen to them really. I mean, I can, but now that I got rhythm in my soloing, I actually like to hear I like to hear my jams. I can hear them. I don't always have time to listen to them all, but when I did Van Walen, I listened to half of it all the way through. And that's cool. I could listen to the other half, but I have things, I'm busy. I have things I got to do. But I like listening to myself now play because I got rhythm in my soloing, and it can be a Van Halen type rhythm, which I like, or a different rhythm, but it has rhythm. I put rhythm in my solos. So that's a cool development / breakthrough. And you might say that now that I can add other rhythms besides Van Halen, I'm actually better than I was when all I did was Van Halen. That was just the first one I did. And that was the first one called Van Walen, where the only rhythm I'd ever used, that was the first time I'd used any rhythm, and it was a Van Halen rhythm. But now that since then I've played with it a little bit. I can do other rhythms too, but I do like the Van Halen rhythm too. And that started the idea. It was Van Halen. I was just watching Van Halen DVD, and I thought, wait a minute, he's always swinging. Why not try it? And it worked. I liked it. So there's that. And anything else, or what else? Let me think. So I'm just starting that rhythm thing. So I'm sure I think it's going to get interesting and cool as I do it longer. As I get better at it, I might start adding some odd time signatures or God knows what, maybe some complex compound signatures like 12/8, where it's a really slow triplet feel, 4/4 time or something, i.e. Dazed and Confused, dun, dun, or maybe War Pigs, dun, 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 really slow, kind of that swung, but the swings are so slow that it actually each swung beat becomes a note, a beat in the time signature. So it becomes 12/8 instead of a slow 4/4 with triplet feel, which is really what 12/8 is. But you call it a different name when the eights are so slow that they actually come out as individual beats of their own right, rather than triplets in a larger quarter note. That would, to think of 12/8, the first 3/8 are one slow quarter note, triplet feel. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 4, 5, 6 is a triplet feel of beat of quarter note number 2, 4, 5, 6. And then the 7, 8, 9 is triplet feel of quarter note number 3. And then 10, 11, 12 is triplet feel of the fourth quarter note. So so you can think of 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how Ozzy counts it. I've seen it on video, but actually it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But it's so slow that you can call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a different way of looking at it. You could even think of, I had DJ, my music mentor, if he still is, I don't know, maybe he's not even my music mentor anymore. That's a hard call to make right now, but whatever. He thinks of the song "Always with Me, Always with You" by Joe Satriani. I think of it as 3/4 time. I think of it as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like waltz, WALTZ, waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He thinks of it as 12/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think in this case, I'm right, because I think it's not, I think it really is a genuine waltz in Joe Satriani's case, the case of Always with Me, Always with You. I don't think of it as very slow, stretched out 12/8. I think of it as waltz 3/4. So rather than taking each quarter note, each 3 group, and calling it a triplet of a beat, and then make 4 of those, I call it, those really are the beats, and it's 3/4 time to me. So who's right? I don't know, but that's my feeling. He might be different. So there's that. So yeah, I'm enjoying being Jimmy. I'm enjoying the summer, unless it's over 100 degrees. Sometimes it taxes me. I have to do shorter walks sometimes because I don't want to be out in the sun as long as I normally would, because it's like 106 outside or something, or 100, whatever. So there's that. Anything else? Yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.